Hello and welcome back to Genshin Impact. Today we're going to be doing Fulminating Sandstorm event. In response to the inexplicable dangers lurking amidst the sands, the Academia seeks to repel the threat using machines. You encounter an anxious researcher near Aru village. The Calling of the Worms proposal. Which would be better for me to just teleport right here. Nah, damn, a bunch of reading. That fool, running headfirst into the desert like that. Do something, Fado. Please, give him a hand. Apologies, the garrison in the village is limited, and since we're tied up with keeping them from causing any trouble, we can't afford to spare any strength for now. But that fool has been bending over backwards to deal with them, at least in the name of mutual interest. Well, it's not that we don't want to help, but the guards are now spread thinly across the desert on the lookout for them. Getting a team together is going to take time. How could this be? If we return to Caravan Ribat for help, it will most certainly be too late. Is someone in danger? Eh? You guys are? Just another adventurer passing by. And his best friend, Paimon. Adventures, really. Thank the heavens. There's help for Vinayak at last. Mr. Adventurer, please save Vinayak. We'll make sure to reward you handsomely. First, tell me what's going on. Well, the desert has become more dangerous than before. 6 of those wretched vermin running amok. It's for the best that I fill you in on the situation before making plans. You guys are right. Sorry, I was a little anxious. Paimon's been hearing you talk about a certain Zem this whole time. What are they, anyways? A swarm of Winnet. For some reason, they have recently become unusually violent, hiding in sandstorms to attack unsuspecting prey passing by. They're just bugs. When you put it that way, yes, but this time, there are far too many of them. It's hard to deal with them under the cover of a sandstorm, and they usually flee at the first sign of danger. Oh, that's quite the pickle you're in. It's not just Aru village. Other passing merchants have also been affected. That's why the Academia sent Vinayak and me to deal with these unruly Winnet. But the caravan we entrusted to deliver some components was attacked by Winnet on the way, and everything got swept up in sandstorms. A fear they've become the monster's playthings by now. I wanted to return to Caravan Ribbit for help, but Vinayak, who knew that after all these years, he still was rigid as a machine. He said something about getting his precious components back and just ran into the desert all by himself. Maybe I should just let the monsters take him. Whoa! What should we do, Truma? If we leave this matter alone, not only will that researcher be in danger, but the Winnet problem won't be resolved. Leave the rescuing to me. Thank you so much. I'm sorry that I let my temper get the better of me. I'll mark the location of the attack on the map. Please, find him as soon as possible. I hope he doesn't get the harebrained idea to dive right into the horde of monsters and start picking up components. Okay, and he's way over here, huh? Getting in from this angle and using the terrain for cover. As long as the angle of sunlight isn't higher than, and my speed is no lower than, that still isn't it. What are you trying to figure out? A viable route to recover the components without having to face the monsters. Thanks to the Winnet, all my precious components got swept up by those monsters. Whoa, who are you? When did you show up? I've been listening to you talk to yourself for a while now. Relax, we're not bad guys. Your friend sent us. Friend? Could it be Shreya? No, she clearly said she wouldn't care if I was taken by the monsters. Ah, I see. She sent you to get the components, right? It doesn't matter if I'm taken by the monsters, but it will definitely matter if the components aren't recovered. Yeah, that sounds like something she would say. You could put it that way. Still, thanks all the same. I'm racking my brain trying to figure this out. I was this close to rushing out and just taking it one step at a time. One wrong step, and I'll get caught by the monsters. If I wasn't here and with Shreya being such a klutz, who else would be going to take care of these machines? No wonder Shreya was so worried. This guy thinks about nothing but his mechanical components. Druma, let's go and get the components before he gets himself in trouble. During the challenge, some 4-leaf sigils will have diving benedictions on them. Obtain this buff to create shock waves at the point of impact of your plunging attacks, dealing physical damage to nearby opponents. Oh. Brave adventurer, are you ready to collect those components? I'm ready. Excellent. In that case, I leave this matter in your hands. Damage dealt by all party members using Catalyst will be increased by 20%. So Nahida.
Stabilize.
Illusion shattered. Everyone hold hands. Hey.
Solidify.
Shine down. I see everything.
Okay. Oh, they're in 3 different areas.
Everyone hold hands. Yahoo! Illusion shattered.
Solidify.
There is no escape. I see everything. Everyone hold hands. Illusion shattered. Now you shall perish.
Okay, that was easy. You will be returned to the researcher's location when you leave the challenge. Oh, thank you, brave traveler. Oh, phew. It hasn't been too long and the parts are still in good condition. Just a few more adjustments. He starts tinkering with the machinery. Vidiac? Almost done, I'm almost done. Vinayak. Whoa, Shreya, when did you get here? When you were fiddling with the components. Didn't you say that this place was dangerous and full of monsters? Why are you even here? I'm just worried about our components. If we can't finish this assignment, even I can't return to the academia. Ha, I knew it. Look, I have everything here. Once we go back and make some more adjustments, we can finally start assembling. So, what are all these components for? Ah, I forgot to tell you. They're for the Weenut Slayer Cannon, our graduation project. Why such an obscure topic? If you'd applied for graduation, you'd understand why. Well, not that any of this matters now. Allow me to formally introduce myself. I am Shreya, an Amerta graduate with a specialization in desert biology and ecology. This machine-obsessed doofus over here is a Kishara War researcher with a specialization in applied mechanics. I'm Vinayak. Thanks a lot for earlier. Can people with completely different fields of study work together? Don't get me started. Working with him on a graduation proposal was definitely the biggest mistake I've ever made as a student. Can't really say that. We both managed to graduate in the end anyways. We did, yes, but did you forget how many extra years it took? Whatever the case, we graduated, right? I heard some of our classmates just completed their thesis proposal last year. Enough. We're not students anymore. So can we just move on from these pointless discussions? You're the one who always starts it. Nonsense. When we were building the first prototype, arguing isn't gonna get you anywhere. Whoa, you guys have it out for each other. How could the academia even think of sitting you two together to handle this? Actually, the academia didn't send us. A person named Kunar was supposed to take care of this matter. You could call him my mentor's mentor. He was there during our thesis defense. Guess that was how we got the impression that some young students in the academia had designed a Winnet Slayer cannon, or something like that. So this time he simply kicked the two of us back here to deal with the problem, saying that the academia needs to give youngsters more opportunities to shine. But he obviously didn't consider the fact that the two of us have barely talked to each other since graduation. He even convinced my mentor. Anyway, this is an opportunity for me to get the Winnet Slayer cannon back out in the open. Once it's assembled, we'll show those vermin what it can do. There that mechanical idiot goes again. From my point of view, I also want to investigate the cause of the Winnet rampage to maintain the ecological balance of the desert. Mr. Adventure, you look like someone of impressive skill. May I ask you to keep us safe while we're in the desert? I'll do it for the right price. Rest assured, there isn't a lot of support from the academia, but at least we're well funded, although someone here has spent most of it on upgrading the machinery. The improvements were necessary. Since you're capable of speaking politely, can't you be a little nicer to me? That depends on whether the person I'm talking to is worthy of my patience. Oh no, here they go again. Maybe leave the arguing for later? Sorry, it's an old habit from the academia days. This batch of components has been brought back to the Aru village for further adjustment. By all accounts, we could start assembling. We can't start until tomorrow. We had previously planned to install the Winnet Slayer cannon in nearby areas where Winnet has been spotted. When the time comes, there may be other creatures attracted to the noise we make. We'll be counting on you. I'll see you tomorrow then. We can continue our debate now, right? I'm telling you, all my expenses are justified. You... Fine, you asked for it. Let's go over the details and see where all that Mora went. Okay. Guess we'll wait till 8 o'clock. That is an academia, or Aru village. Oh, glad they got these to travel there quicker. So, why did he order customized rivets? They don't improve performance at all, do they? Riveted armor is a symbol of romance for us Kashrawar researchers. You guys have been at it since yesterday? Ah, you're already here. Not exactly. We actually had the debate about funding yesterday. We were actually arguing about something else, but before I knew it, we went right back to arguing about funding. Something else? I've polished the seams of the components until they are shiny and sparkly, but Shriya's trying to abandon the plan. Abandon? I just want a temporary pause. Did you notice that there's something wrong with the environmental parameters? If we continue with the assembly, the charging efficiency of the device will be much lower than expected. We need to figure out what's going on in this area, eliminate all external influences, then proceed with assembly as planned. There are plenty of situations where the ideal and actual circumstances don't match. There's no need to be so fussy. I took the margin of error in consideration when I drafted the blueprint, so it's not a big deal at all. Besides, sometimes you have to test things out before you can figure out what the problem is. Is that why you tested experimental device number 2 until it exploded that other year? That was different. I didn't realize the need to leave room for error back then. Is there a safer way to do this? I'm thinking, maybe we could first switch off the turret's firing function and just do a simulated experiment of its charging process. That won't do. I don't trust your judgment on this. Let's get rid of the turret ignition module, and I'll safeguard it for you. You can install the other components however you please. Remove the ignition module, then the Winnet Slayer cannon would just be one big paperweight. Didn't you say we just do an experimental simulation of the charging process? At the end of the day, you're still thinking about firing that cannon. Maybe start by building the framework? Well, alright, let's think of it as a trial assembly. If only you'd have said this earlier, I expect a lot of monsters to be attracted during the installation process. When the moment comes, we'll be counting on you, adventurer. In the Fulminating Sandstorm challenge, deviate Winnet can suddenly attack from underground and disrupt operations. The charging devices and the Winnet Slayer cannon require a stable operating environment. All opponents in various areas must be defeated for the two machines to be assembled. Brave adventurer, are you ready? I'm ready. Excellent, excellent. Let us begin. And that's a normal charge, plunging attacks will be increased, okay? Oh, they're ramping up the difficulty already. Cause these guys take a bit to kill. And that thing's coming out of the ground too, huh?
Here we go. Shine down. Everyone hold hands. Yahoo! Yeah.
Okay, we'll set up this one. Now we do number 2.
Gather.
Time for takeoff. Wouldn't gliding be faster?
Oh, I thought these things got picked up by the wind.
I see everything. Yeah.
Stabilize.
Illusion shattered. Everyone hold hands. Yeah, yeah. Hey.
Okay, now number 3.
There is no escape.
Order guide you.
This may hurt a little.
Gather.
Shine down. Yeah. Yeah. Committed to memory.
Okay. And that was all that one was. That was close. Even the Winnet have come to mess up our plan. Hey, if we hadn't deactivated the ignition, we could have killed it. Now that the Winnet has escaped, it'll be at least one more day before it lets its guard down again. You're not planning to argue over the tiniest detail and let it go again tomorrow, are you? But what about the parameters? I have tested them all, and although the charging speed is a little lower than the calculated value, it does not affect use, and there are no safety risks. Shreya, I know you want to consider and analyze everything before acting, but you know, things don't always go according to plan. If you keep getting hung up over the small details, you'll miss the best opportunity to act. Remember that time our midterm CSIS defense got delayed? Hesitating won't get us anywhere. Okay, here's your ignition module. Alright, tomorrow we'll finally be able to put the Winnet Slayer cannon into action. I'd like to bring them back to Aru Village and tinker around with them a little more. We gotta make sure we're properly ready for the Winnet cannon's first ever official appearance. But why is there a deviation in the environmental parameters? What caused the Winnet to suddenly act out? You really can't just let these matters rest. Mr. Adventurer, could you please come back tomorrow? By then we should be facing the Winnet directly and hopefully we'll have some sort of clue. Okay, I assume it's gonna be 8 in the morning again. Really? Oh, okay, I was gonna say I gotta do it again. You're here, adventurer. We're just about to make the necessary installations. If all goes well, we'll be able to give that monster a good lesson to remember today. During the formal charging process, there may also be monsters who will try to disrupt the process. When that time comes, please keep an eye out for the charging process and durability of the device. Leave it to me. Thank you very much, adventurer. I've got an idea. You've been busy running around helping with the Winnet Slayer cannon. The honor of testing it for the first time should be yours. You don't want to do it yourself? I'll be happy enough to watch the shots land. Besides, to let someone else light the fire, so that we can see the firing in all its glory. It speaks for itself. All you have to do is protect the charging device from the monsters and wait for the energy to fill up. Watch for the moment when the Winnet reveals its vulnerable spot, and then fire at it with all you've got. The ignition and auto-correcting mechanisms will take care of the rest. Sounds impressive. Daruma, Paimon also wants to watch. Okay, I'll handle it. Alright, that's a deal then. Let me tell you how it works. The Deviant Winnet will sometimes enter a berserk state, in which they will keep their distance and launch long-range attacks. During this time, they cannot be damaged normally. The Winnet Slayer cannon is the only weapon that can defeat a Deviant Winnet. Use a charging device to power the cannon up, and only then can it fire. However, charging devices will also attract nearby opponents. Attacks certain opponents will result in the coalescing of elemental energies. Touching these coalescences will charge the Winnet Slayer cannon. Rocks in the nearby area sometimes contain such energies, but they can only be destroyed by the Winnet's attacks. Baiting the Winnet into destroying these rocks seems to be the most effective method here. Okay. So break rocks, get energy, got it. Brave Adventurer, are you ready to operate the Winnet Slayer cannon? I'm ready. Alright, Sandstorm's whipping up now. Everyone to your positions. And Paimon's gonna hide back with them and watch me, huh? Elemental Mastery increased by 100.
Everyone hold hands. Yeah. 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 Hey. Huh. Yeah. Yeah.
and these are the rocks, I assume. Oh, the blue things probably break them, yeah. Break this one too. Okay. Now I go to the next one.
Solidify!
There is no escape.
I see everything.
I will have order.
Illusion shattered.
This may hurt a little.
Hurry up, break these. Oh, there's one way over there too.
Gather!
Okay. Oh, I just fire it, I don't even get to aim. Oh, damn. I want this thing for some boss farming. Did you see that, Shreya? Our Win It Slayer cannon is a game changer. I wish all the supervisors who listen to our thesis defense could come and see this. They would cure them of their antiquated views. Antiqued views? So it really did go off without a hitch. I thought it was going to end up like experiment device number 3. Only from our failures do we learn to succeed. I'm no longer who I used to be. How many accidents happened that year? Well, anyway, this experiment was a success, and that's all that matters. Yeah, while the ball is rolling, maybe we should try it somewhere else. Eyewitness reports say that there are Win It in this area numbering in the double digits at the very least. Whoa, double digits? You're not gonna pick them off one by one, are you? That would take a really long time. Huh? What's the matter? If it's the maintenance of the Win It cannon you're concerned about, you don't have to worry. Wait. It would take a long time to repeat this process over and over again, even if the machine doesn't break down. We will. Viniac, not everyone can be jolted back to life after just smelling machine oil. Really? Looks like the wetware performance will have to be considered next time. Anyway, let's call it a day. With data from this full run and samples collected after the battle, I am one step closer to solving this puzzle. What puzzle? Why the Win It are behaving violently, abnormal environmental parameters. If we could figure that out, we might be able to get to the bottom of this mess. Please, give me one more day to do some research. By this time tomorrow, we should have the results. Okay. So his experiments have a habit of exploding. That's why he had me shoot it off instead of doing it himself, I assume. I can see them down there.
Osman.
So, as for the conclusion is concerned, we've made a convincing case for using the Win It Slayer cannon to get rid of the Win It, right? That's different. Don't give me that told you so look. What are you squabbling about this time? Ah, Mr. Adventure, listen to me. I found out what the cause is. The frequent activity of the Winnet underground has caused a disturbance in the elemental energy in this region. This energy in turn affects the behavior of the Winnet, causing them to start running amok on the surface, further exacerbating the environment imbalance. The abnormality of the charging device's efficiency was also due to the disturbance of elemental energy in the environment. I knew the machine that I designed would never break down so easily. If we don't consider the surrounding environment, wouldn't that be a design problem? And the cause is overactive Winnet. Is the solution to just keep fighting more Winnet? So after going around in several circles, we're back to where we started. Knowing what to do and knowing why you should do it are two different things. As a researcher, you couldn't even grasp that, and that isn't even the end of it. Normally, nature sets limits on the ecology and behavior of populations to keep the environment stable. The chaotic elemental energy disrupts this balance, which makes the Winnet extremely active. As long as we can find a way to return the elemental environment to its normal state, we can reduce Winnet activity. After a while, the balance should restore itself. Redirect the flow of elemental energy, but how do we do that? Well, as long as we figure out where the strongest concentration of the elemental energy is, we'll be able to direct the flow of that energy with a device. We unclog the flow of energy, and nature should take care of the rest. I've already calculated the location of the node. It's somewhere around here. As for a device that can redirect the flow of the energy, we already have one. You mean the Winnet Slayer cannon? Precisely. The Winnet Slayer cannon can channel the surrounding elemental energy before discharging it all in one go. Next, we just have to set up the Winnet Slayer cannon and go through the same process as yesterday. There may also be monsters in Winnet that will be drawn to the weapon during this time. Perhaps a small reduction in their numbers would help expedite the natural balance. So as for the conclusion is concerned, we still have to use the Winnet Slayer cannon to shoot at monsters, right? Don't give me that told you so look. Damn. If Shriya's hypotheses are correct, this will be the Winnet Slayer cannon's most critical battle. Brave adventurer, are you ready? I'm ready. Alright then, let us begin. Let us prove to all of Sumeru that this cannon isn't just a pretty face. So his reason was, let's see, bonus effect. Attack speed of all party members who use polearm, claymore, and sword will be increased by 20%. Okay. So the initial assumed reason was just kill them all. Now her reason is they could be used to restore the balance.
Yahoo!
Stabilize.
Shine down.
Oh shit. There's an invisible wall there. Let me collect these before I go up that. That all of them? Yep. Nope. Why? I was spamming T. I don't know why it didn't have.
Illusion shattered.
I see everything.
Here we go.
Hey!
This is order.
Committed to memory.
I hope standing here would get them both hit. Okay, it did. Wait, oh, there it is. Okay. Sure enough, the charging unit is running more smoothly. As he said, the elemental environment in this area is returning to normal. The activity of the affected Winnet will calm down after some time too. Yeah, thanks to your precious Winnet Slayer cannon, we can report back our success and go home. It's our precious Winnet Slayer cannon, Shreya. I never forgot that this assignment was a joint effort. We definitely had our share of disagreements, but without you, the cannon wouldn't have been a success. What's gotten into you? Is this about wanting me to put in a good word for you in my report? Well, I just suddenly feel that what we went through just now is quite similar to our experience from that other year. It wasn't always smooth sailing, but we still made it in the end. And let's face it, in the end, your solution proved more efficient. I can't take all the credit. Cause you were onto something too. If you hadn't tested the Winnet Slayer cannon, I wouldn't have obtained the necessary data. To fix a machine, you may only need to replace one gear, but the true challenge is finding that gear. These words from my mentor are beginning to make sense to me. I'm so glad you're here, Shreya. I'm glad you're here too. The atmosphere between these two became so different all of a sudden. Paimon, just leave it. When we were cooperating on our graduation project, our relationship was rather rocky because we weren't very mature. Yeah, looking back on it, it wasn't anything too serious. Well, how about meeting at the cafe for a drink next time? We could discuss how to write the paper. Okay, I assume this is going to be the last one. At the cafe, huh? I have a feeling she wants to do more than just write a paper.
Where do you want to go next? If you'd like to see Liyue.
I don't understand. She was the one who mentioned the idea of going to the cafe to write the report. Where's Shreya? I don't want to talk about it. She's off to work on the report by herself. We were supposed to meet at the cafe yesterday, but it took her a long time to show up. She didn't even bring any pen or paper for her report. I criticized her for wasting time when we should be working on the report, and then she flew in a rage. She said she'd write the report herself and made me leave. This is ridiculous, don't you think? I mean, I see his point of view too, but he shouldn't have been like, you didn't even bring paper. Nah, she was thinking it was gonna be a date or something. Still, I'm used to her fiery temper. She'll simmer down in a couple of days. If only controlling her emotions was as simple as flipping a switch. Best of luck. Huh? Even you're acting strange. Oh well, never mind. There are still a few affected Winnet around here, so I'm sure the situation will resolve itself if I just leave it alone. But if you have time, please help me prevent them from threatening passers-by. By the way, the elemental environment and the charging device are now back to normal. There's never been a better time to experience the Winnet Slayer cannon at full power. Multiple Winnet and Berserk states will appear one after the other, but the charging device, now at full operating capacity, also stands ready. Defeat as many of the Winnet using the Winnet Slayer cannon as possible. Well, there are still some affected Winnet nearby. If you got the time, please help me take care of them. That's what I'm here for. Wonderful. Why, this is the best opportunity to test the full output of the Winnet Slayer cannon, if I do say so myself. Elemental burst damage by all party members will be increased by 20%.
Solidify!
Yeah! Everyone hold hands! Yeah! Brace yourself!
Stabilize!
Okay. So what do I do now? Do I really just run around in circles and wait? Yeah, I want this for the bosses. Oh, I needed to break these. Oh shit. Okay, so if I stand here, I should get all three of them. And wait here for her to get this one. Could I just wait for it to finish charging? I wonder if grabbing those would charge up the next one too. I think I'll test that. Okay, let's see. It does. Okay, that made things really easy. Well, there are still some affected if you got the time. Oh, he wants... I guess that one part could be repeated. Oh, yeah. Apparently there was challenges part of it. Okay. You were unexpectedly attacked by a Winnet and the calling of the worms testing. The calling of the worms demonstration with a roar from the Winnet Slayer cannon, the Winnet falls to the ground. The calling of the worms presentation. Based on Shriya's reasoning, you have successfully found where the root of the problem is. Completion and consummation. The crisis seems to have been resolved, but some remaining Winnet still linger in the desert. Under stable elemental conditions, the charging device efficiency has returned to their intended peak. Use the Winnet Slayer cannon on the Winnet again to restore the piece as quickly as possible. Okay, and that's the whole event. Oh, that wasn't too bad. Vinayak really blew it with that girl though, with Shreya. Oh well, unless she's completely crazy, she'll understand how the agreement could have been misleading to him. Figuring he's an idiot. But anyways, if you've watched this, thank you for watching. And I hope you all have wonderful lives. Peace.